Hello everybody, welcome back to Middle-earth. This is episode 13 of our 4th Age Total War Dwarves campaign. And we are being attacked by a small force of Easterlings in the Iron Hills, Barez Doom. And this is not really a problem. They've got one ram, one ladder. This is and we've got some good tough guys. That balance of power bar, I don't trust it one bit. It's not going to be an even fight at all. Extremely one-sided. As soon as we get into melee range. But it's another settlement battle, so this is kind of entertaining every now and then. Settlement defense, at any rate. So here they are. Now again, the Dwarven settlements only have a single gate that we have to worry about. So they're going to be coming in through there. Their ladders are aiming right over here, I suppose. So I will have my axe throwers right there. Now for enemy troops, we've got some axemen of rune, and we've got just archers, basic spear warband. So really not worried about this. But I will go ahead and put my general, as well as, well, let's just put some your typical axe unit right there by the gate, because I'm guessing they may be able to make it in. And let's put some dwarves of the Iron Hills right up here too, to defend the settlement. Okay. We'll see if the ram manages to make it to the gate, in fact, because we do have some towers that are going to be shooting at it. Shooting at the men, at any rate. Yeah, I think the ram's going to make it, but there's not going to be too many guys left to push it, which is fine. Just some basic tier 2 cavalry. These are the, what is this? The Eastland Raiders, if I remember correctly. Not a problem. Looks like we discombobulated the axemen a little bit with our volleys of axes. They'll figure it out.
The ladders are at the walls. Unleash the defenders and break the enemy's attack.
Yeah. Next. It's just, you just wouldn't want to float gently into that, would you? So, into the grinder you go. Now, these gates are halfway damaged. Haven't taken any losses so far. Sending the archers next. Okay. One thing to worry about here is friendly fire from the tower, so we want to kind of close in and get this taken care of soon. Don't have a lot of population here at this settlement, so we want to minimize losses so we don't have to retrain. Right, there are 8 spearmen left, 7, and they've got 47 axemen of rune, and then all the rest of this is just the fur-clad barbarians that are shoving their way in. Again, not worried about it. Here come more warband up the ladder. And we have just made an absolute killing field up here. taken no losses ourselves. Although we have lost maybe one axeman over by the gatehouse. Would like to keep them out of the fight, but because these Durin's Guard again will come back. Alright, so that's a routing spearman who didn't dodge the ballista. And here go the rest. The general hasn't arrived yet. He probably will. A lot of times they wait until the very end. So let's bring back our guys so we don't get friendly fire losses. So he'll probably wait until all these guys rout and oh wow, I never saw that before. They all just fell. Oh, I wonder if it was because the unit routed. I have never actually observed that. If any of you have seen that before, let me know if that's what happened. It seemed like they were... My guess is that they were halfway up the ladders and the unit routed, so the ones who were still there, rather than just idling about, just dropped to the ground. Okay. That's my guess. I'm not sure if that's what's going on, but... Alright. Should be able to cut this guy down pretty quickly.
The enemy flee from the
Alright,
field
sure.
like
There he goes. And I think we will call that a fight. I just won't be able to catch these guys. So, lost about 4 men, but again, some of those are going to come back as they were bodyguard retainer types. Now the problem with this is that that was not the last army of Rune that we are going to see. Of course, there's that tiny stack right there I'm not worried about. Outpost of Dol Baran is under siege by Dunland yet again. We'll see if we manage to do better this time. I mean, you can't blame Dunland. They've got nowhere else to go. Okay, what's this? Okay, good. We didn't lose anybody. But this is not going down as quickly as I thought. Oh, it's going to cost a lot of money to retrain. Why is this public order so reasonable? There's no unrest here. Oh, because Adunabar had gone and included and converted to Ways of the West. Ugh, how annoying. Okay, well, we're going back to the shadow, don't worry. It'll take a little while. But we will get the population back just by default because of the region. And then eventually we'll be able to build our own Ways of the West buildings. The problem with that, again, of course, is that you go through this period of awful unrest. So Duri of the House of Durin got a Captain of the Hosts for that victory. Now, this type of title, it adds a lot to command, right? And so it looks very impressive. But again, keep in mind that there is a difference between the command as it is displayed on the campaign map and the command level that you will see when you go to battle. This on the campaign map is kind of like it's an indicator of military rank. That is why your faction leader is always going to have a 10 command no matter what. He could be the most inept general on the planet. He's going to have 10 command because he's the king. Your heir is similarly going to have a very high command ranking. It's going to be 10 or 9, something like that. And if you get one of these titles for your one of your other generals, they're also going to have whatever that turns into for a command. But it's not going to mean that he's actually a good general. This is just a way for you in the game to force a better general to actually lead the army. Like, say, for example, you've got 2 generals who are in a single stack, and one of them is a competent commander and another is an expert commander. Well, obviously, you'd want the better commander actually leading the army. So what you would do is give him this title, Captain of the Hosts. Now, in practice, a lot of the time, at least the way I play, I don't have a bunch of generals in the same settlement or in the same army. It's kind of rare that I have more than one or two. So this is not something that I usually engage with too much. But if you do have a few different different generals in a stack, that's what that can do for you. And Blaine of Arid Rune became the Lord of Nereg Zigil. Okay, and we just finished that unit of blunderbusses over here. We're at war with Dunland again. Again, that's fine. They're going to attack me with some more interesting units this time. The Wolf Hunters, one of my favorite units from way back in the old days of the New Shadow, which is the first version of the mod I ever got back in probably 2006 or something, I want to say. Wolf Hunters, Dunland, great unit, scary, javelins, big metal machete, meat cleaver type thing, very cool, savage looking units. So we'll be able to fight those as they assault, and we might be able to hold out this time with our 5 units of blunderbusses and 1 unit of Dunlending mercenaries. Might be able to rout them. I've also been training a bit here in Dwarves. I trained up another unit, or I am in the process of training another unit of Dwarven long axes, and I did have the idea of just sending a couple of these guys north, but now I'm thinking maybe I'll send him south. Grab the Dunlending capital and this settlement, and really maybe build up more of a strong army here so that I ensure that I don't lose this outpost to yet another surprise betrayal. Because we do have reinforcements coming from this quarter. Here, though, I'm honestly not sure if it's worth keeping it or staying here, because next turn, this is actually not going to increase our public order. It says the public order modifier due to law is 10%. It's not showing up here, so there may be something else going on in terms of the display. But we are going to lose 5 next turn of unrest, 5%. That's going to bring us up to 50. We're going to lose another 15. So that should bring us up to 65. No, 55. Yeah, so I don't know. It may not be enough. Our garrison benefit to public order is already at 80%. There's... Okay, so just queuing this up has helped already. Bring it up to 50. That's going to be due next turn. That gives me a 5. So that brings it up a total of 20 by next turn, it should be. So that could get us up to 70. Maybe I'll stick with it. Okay. Moving on. I think I'm going to hold out to keep my money. This guy just got attuned. I don't know. So he'll keep building here. It's good to have him here, but I've got other priorities in terms of army building. So one thing I could think about is grabbing some governor from this area or a family member and putting him under an army that I assemble from here and sending him east into Rune's territory, and maybe taking this border settlement and giving it to someone like Dale or even North Rune just as a buffer state. Maybe. Here is where the population would be good. The population needs to grow. I'm going to build up a feast hall here, and we'll call it a turn. Okay, elves being very belligerent. A couple of episodes ago, they were just giving us cash for nothing, and now they want almost all of that back. Well, you know what? No. Seems like a very dwarven thing to refuse. Yeah, you gave us a bunch of money, but nah, we're not going to give you any of that back. Especially if you're threatening. Okay, suitable husband for Gefyun. I have no idea who that is. She may not even be in my family tree. Oh, Keely is a young lad. And Danny. Alright, this guy's in Dwarves. That's good. That'd be really good, actually, to get him... Get another family member to have a general over there. And Keeley, this guy is up over by Tardale. Okay, so that'll be good if he comes of age around there, but I don't know where Geffy is. So, even though this guy is inept, I'm going to take him. Where is he? Hollowbold? Okay, that's a little, less useful to me. I don't need, like, yet another guy in Hollowbold. But what I can do is send him with some troops and try to find a way to get him somewhere that's useful. This is where military access with Tharbad would be really nice. Alright, Kim of Gundu Thorn, go to Mithril Hauberk. Good for you, Kim. Lit of Hollowbold, also Mithril Hauberk. Throwing out Mithril Hauberks over here like candy. Okay. Now we see a larger stack, but they're avoiding us, at least for the time being. Let's see. They could reach us just about anywhere. I want to try to stay out of the range of this big stack. Okay, and Tardal has become much more manageable. Go ahead and restore these things. And I will go into debt just a little bit to start Outland Dominion here. And really, we didn't lose that many. I may combine some of these blunderbuss units. For now, I'll leave them as separate, I guess. More training to do around here. Population is still pretty low. Let's go with some axe throwers, and then we'll do another few turns of waiting. Okay, we can see this army a bit better now. It's a lot of just fairly low-tier Dunland stuff, but this gives me hope that we're going to see something a little more interesting. So we've got one unit of wolf hunters, and we'll see what else they manage to scrape together. Okay, we are still in a waiting phase before training, so let's do one more end season. All right, and we are attacked by a host of Dunlendings. Do we have time to fight this battle? I think we do. Let's save really quick. We had one siege defense, and I think we can end the episode with another one. Might be a little more interesting. At least there's some more danger with this one that we might lose. Okay, so this is a fort. Wooden stockade walls. They've got several ladders, a siege tower, and a ram. I think that's all. A bunch of cav up on top of the hill. And the wolf hunters are... where? Pushing the ram. Again, one of my favorite looking units. Too bad they're all going to be slaughtered by my javelins, bullets, and ballistas from the tower. And you know, I think I will keep some of these guys up on the wall because I can afford to now. Let these guys climb up a ladder to get a hail of shot in the face. Maybe here isn't the best spot because of the short range. Actually, no, that's not too bad. They'll shoot it at least anyone coming in through the gate, and there will be people coming in through the gate. So the Dunlending mercenaries, yeah, I think that's a fine spot for them to be. The general can be down here. We got 5 units of blunderbusses. Let's put one right about here. And the other one, let's see. I'm going to kind of hide them over here because the siege towers will shoot. Maybe I should have 2 units down. Nah. Let's just do this. Siege towers will shoot at you, so you don't want to have your units right in front of where they're going to be. What I'll do is, as soon as this attaches to the wall, or just as it's getting close enough, I'll move these guys a bit closer, and then they can shoot at people coming off the tower. Can you guys even see over the ramparts? Yeah, you can. Well, great. Don't need a box? That's I'm very surprised. Just watched the 2 towers today. They're already shooting. It's beautiful. Not taking a lot of losses. I think the lethality falls off pretty sharply at a long distance. I don't think these guys are going to stick around very long. Oh, if only I had some long axes here. We get some pike and shot going. I'm going to have to do that. But yeah, traumatized the kids today with the 2 towers. No, they loved it. Yes, I did read the books to them first. At least to my son. Daughters, we've at least started the Fellowship. But they're not quite as captivated by it as he is.
The enemy siege tower has reached
All right, we have chewed them up.
Fight for our women and children.
They are going to get the ram to the gates. Good for them, though. I'll make it a more of a challenge. Just love how they aim. Just, you gotta give immense kudos to whoever did the animations for this, because obviously nothing like this exists in vanilla, right? And I think this unit was first used in Viking Invasion 2, which is another mod I would love to do some Let's Plays for, and I probably will, because I've been thinking about it lately. But yeah, this was an Easter egg in that mod as well, obviously. I think they were recruitable as mercenaries in off a little island off the coast of Wales or something. I never saw them in game myself, because there's even less of a lore approach for them there than there is here. Although here, I've got to say, I am quite pleased that we were able to, you know, come up with some fairly plausible excuse for them to be buried away in the game. Alright, so actually what I want to do, instead of making the mistake I made last time, and having them right in front of the gate, we're going to put them out up to the side so that enemies will have to come in through. Okay, so they won't be shooting at these guys because they're... But we're using our picks. Not too shabby. And these guys still have a fear effect. Although we're now scared by the wolf hunters in turn. Right, we are going to take certainly heavier losses, and if these guys ever throw their javelins, that's going to be a problem. Alright, I want to get maybe just a touch closer. Alt. Oh yeah, take you off skirmish mode for sure. Okay, so for whatever reason we can't shoot at them. Oh, there goes the gate. Wait. There they go. Let's get a nice camera angle here. Haha. One thing I will say that is nice about the newer Total War games, especially Thrones, Britannia, is that just the controls, you can just sort of zoom around the battlefield and get really good views more easily than you can with some of the older games. Alright, we've handily kept this, but they took the tower for some reason. So we gotta go take that back real quick. And here are some Dunlendish huntsmen. These are exclusively skirmish units, but you can see these blunderbusses are not really built for melee either, so they are going to get a few kills. Okay. And their bowmen have made it up the ladder. Actually, I wonder if we can train pikes if we take territory in Dunland as the dwarves. I don't really think so, unfortunately. I think it's I think we get sort of like these guys, or the axemen, some kind of skirmish capable unit with decent melee ability as well. Pikes would be cool. Okay, so they're just now routing. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good position. That we're not all right in the way of the enemy, so we can still shoot at them, but we're holding that tower. Wow, where'd the rest of Dunland go? Okay, we took this tower back somehow. I'm not sure how that happened. They're sending up some axemen. I am going to move these guys yet a bit closer. They really seem intent on getting the walls rather than going through the gate, which I can't say I would blame them. There are their pikes. This, I think, is a tier 3 unit for Dunland, and very useful in its own way. When they are up against cavalry, obviously, they're quite handy. All right, so they've taken the tower yet again. I think I'm going to want guys over here. Okay, here come the cav, actually. Shoot. Oh, man. This could be bad. Oh, no. Okay, so some of them are routing. That's good. The axemen are broken. Pikes are losing heavily. Are we shooting down into this group? I don't really know. Maybe. Oh, but all this cav is now rushing in. Okay. Is anyone coming up the ladder? No. So we could move... Now let's keep them there. They're able to hit. Oh, this is just a chaotic mess. We're winning easily, though. Axemen are wavering, losing slightly. It's pickaxe work down here with the general. I probably should have kept him up on the wall. There he is. Who's left? Horsemen. Horsemen. right. This is going to be crazy numbers. Alright, so this threat is gone now. There's no more infantry to be coming up. Now we're just looking at horses. And in particular, the general. As soon as everyone else is routing, he's going to charge down through here too. Alright, let's pull back a little bit so we can get a decent shot in. Oh, it's the horseman. I was wondering who was shooting this guy, and it's the Cav. They've got javelins like every other Dunland unit. They're going to be gone soon, though. They have done a number on us. Alright, so I'm going to bring down this unit. If we can get them down here before that Cav unit arrives, that would be nice. I'm really not worried about losing it at this point, but I don't want to lose my my general either. These guys could come down too. Alright, here we go. What are they doing? Oh, some people are coming back from routing, so their cowardly AI general is just waiting for all of his men. Alright, this is good. Yeah, they're gonna come in, get shot, rout. Alright, this may be it now. Oof. That's it.
Of the enemy army is running like a startled goat. Hunt him. Goats make good eating.
That should be. Alright, we've got some routers who can't leave. Oh, jeez. Halt. This could be a disaster. Okay, we'll end the battle here.
Now hunt them down.
Yeah, we'll call that good. Heroic victory indeed. We lost 54 men, or they got 54 kills on us. Yeah, the blunderbusses do pretty good in this type of situation. Over 200 casualties for this one unit, 172 for another, 185 for another. All of them did very well, with the exception of only one that got 40. That was probably the guys who were up on top of the wall there. So, we have defended the fortress of Dol Baran yet again. Actually, no, this is the first time we've successfully defended it. The challenge now, of course, is population. Because, of course, we can't train or retrain anything if we don't have the dwarves to do it. Fulang of Barra's Doom got a Mithril Hauberk. So everyone's got a Mithril Hauberk over here. Very nice. And Chief Delver for Farley over here in the Dwaro Delph. Very good. Trade income. Okay. And we did a lot of building and a decent amount of recruiting, and the happiness problems in Tardel are no more, as the last, few men of the West learned that they're no longer welcome in this horrible place. It was a bad idea for them to be imported by Adunabar in the first place, and now they're heading back home. So that's good. Now, we're probably going to be attacked somewhere soon, as the AI is going to notice that we're approaching a settlement. But maybe not. Then again, they may just be intimidated by this, fairly large dwarven stack. But we are a little bit long for this episode, so I think we will call it there. Again, some interesting developments in the area. We will see how this all unfolds, but I'm getting excited for the war with Dunland, the war with Rune, and elsewhere. Thank you very much for joining me, everybody. Have a great day, and I'll check you out on the next one. Bye-bye.